Hello. A few days ago I posted a video of a potato reveal. It was a potato reveal from a bag. The potato was Nicola, a second early, and I got a £3.5 return from 3 sets in that bag. A lot of those sets had splits in them, and I didn't know what had caused that. So I asked you, I asked my subscribers, I asked my visitors, what causes potatoes to split? And I think the resounding reply was, it's a watering issue. The bags were too wet, or the bags were too dry, or the watering was inconsistent, sometimes too wet, sometimes too dry. But inconsistency in watering seems to be the favourite for potato splitting. Now then, we have a chance to verify that, because I have another bag of Nicola with 3 sets in, and I'm going to drop that bag very shortly. But let me run this one by you. I have several bags with potatoes in. All those bags receive the same amount of water. If I use the watering can, I water all the bags. If I don't use the watering can, none of the bags get watered, unless of course it rains, in which case all the bags get watered. So what I'm saying here is, all the bags are being treated exactly the same. So it would follow then that when we drop this bag of Nicola, quite a few of these potatoes should be split. And further down the line, when we drop more bags of potatoes, different varieties of potatoes, they should have splits, because they've all been treated exactly the same. Unless of course it's just a problem with that particular potato, that particular variety, Nicola. So let's go and drop this bag of Nicola and see what it's got. Molly's already in the garden. She saw me get the camera out. She saw me move the potatoes into position. She knows what's coming. She'll be looking for one for herself. Okay, let's go outside, come on. Okay, we're outdoors now, ready to do this reveal. I hope I made myself clear indoors before we came out here, what we're actually expecting here. This is Nicola, the same as the bag that we dropped a few days ago. We are expecting to find sets in this bag with splits in them. Some of these potatoes should have splits in them if what's being said in the comments rings true, that it's a watering issue, because all these bags have had the same watering regime. So we are actually expecting to find potatoes in here with splits in them. I'm not too sure what we can conclude if we don't, but if we do, then perhaps that watering issue, yeah, perhaps that's nailed it. What do you think? Do you think we'll have potatoes in here with splits in them? That's the question. Come on. Splits or no splits? What do you think? Molly doesn't care, splits or no splits, as long as she gets a couple. Is that right, Moll? Right. There we go, 3 Nicola. Excuse me. I'll pop these guys in here, I'll pop them back out as soon as we get through with this reveal, and then we'll have a look to see if we've got any of those splits. Okay. In fact, we'll take them indoors and we'll wash them and we'll weigh them. The resident seagull, can you hear it? Sitting on next door's roof. Blimey. I'm a bird lover, but I could do without that. Oh. Sweet potato, we need to find somewhere to put that mull. We'll leave that there, don't you touch it. The seagulls flew away, so that's a bit of good news, isn't it? Right, I know you're not seeing much here at the minute, look. Oh, Molly's got one. I never saw her take that, but I can hear her eating it. She's got one. Keep out of there, Molly, and I'll sort you out in a minute. Good girl. Oh, well, I've got to tell you, we're getting a few. And I've also got to tell you, you've guessed it, there's a few with splits in. Even before we've washed them, I can feel the split. Keep off, Mom. So, I think what you've been telling me is right. It is the water. Oh, we always find one, don't we? We always find one. I think what you've been telling me is probably right. It is the inconsistent watering that's causing these guys to split. But I'll tell you what really will be interesting is that when I drop another bag of these potatoes that's had the same watering regime, will they be split? Bear in mind they'll be, hey, come off that. Bear in mind they are a different variety. I mean, there's nothing we can do about the rain, is there? If it rains, it rains. But we can reduce the amount of water we give them through a watering can if that's needed. It's maybe too late this year. I've maybe learned a lesson this year that too much water ain't good. The problem with rainwater is though, you never know how much has gone in the bag, particularly if there's a big canopy of potato leaves sitting on top of it. Most of that rainwater goes on the canopy of leaves, doesn't it? So, although it's been raining, you'll sometimes water a bag because you feel as though there hasn't been enough rain to actually get into the bag. I think that's about it. Keep off, Molly. Right, I'll pop these out, let you see them. Then I'll pop them back in again. We'll go indoors, wash them and weigh them. Okay, that's what we've got. We'll get these back indoors, wash them and weigh them. We'll have a look at these few that are split. Because there are some, because I've seen them. You probably can't see them, but I can, and you'll see them once I wash them. Oh, and by the way, I must say, all the ones that were split in the last bag were sound, and we have actually eaten them all. That's the reason we're actually dropping this bag today. All the potatoes from the last bag have been eaten. So there's no issue about eating a potato that's got a split in it, because the split's normally oiled over, it's normally skinned over, so there's no issues there. Right, Mom, I know you're waiting patiently, are you? Let me put this one down for you, Mo. You have that one. One more, just a little one. Right, come on, go indoors and wash these. Come on. Come on. One thing I like about gardening at home is you can always get a brew. Can't you? Just pop indoors, put the kettle on, and get a brew. Just let me put some milk in that, and we'll get these potatoes out and have a look at them. Okay, cheers. Cheers, big ears. Right, I'm going to put these potatoes in this tray, let you get a better look at them. Then we'll wash them off in the sink, get another look at them, and then we'll weigh them in, shall we? Okay. What did I say that last Nicola delivered? Was it £3.5? I don't think this will be too far off that actually. Quite a few small ones. But at the risk of repeating myself, small ones cook, small ones eat. There'll be nothing wasted except potatoes that are not quality. So, here we go. Molly is standing directly below me at the sink in the hope that I'll drop a potato. If you've got dogs, you'll understand that. They usually squeeze in between you and the work surface in the hope that something's dropped. All dog owners will identify with that, I'm fairly sure. Right, let's move this pot out of the way. How's that? How's that looking? Let's have a look. I'll tell you what. I mean, there's a sound one, you know, we're okay with that. But I'm sure there's some in here with it. Here we go. Second one out. Okay, there's our split. Now it's looking quite dirty, and that's because it is, but that will clean up. I mean, the way to take that potato, when we're ready for it, is to cut it down the split, so that you expose both surfaces, makes it much easier to clean up. Just cleave it down the split, that's the way to do it. Right, I think what we'll do is we'll just whack all these in here, in a water, and we'll give them a stir round, shall we? Hold on. Okay, here we go. Let's give these guys a wash. Oh, another thing, it's also vitally important. Once these guys have been washed off and I get them sorted, is to make sure I run lots of water through this sink, because I don't want the U-bend getting blocked up with this muddy residue, this dirty water. Okay, let's pop these up there. So what do you think on this business of splitting then? Hey, look. Two of them. Nicola. Just the same as the Nicola that we harvested a few days ago. Split. Now, okay, I don't know about you, but I'm half convinced that what you're telling is correct. That the inconsistency in watering is causing these splits. But this is just one variety of potato, Nicola. I'll be 100% convinced when I drop some more bags and they aren't Nicola, if those potatoes are split, I'll be 100% convinced that I have a watering issue. And it's probably a watering issue of my making. I'm probably giving them too much. But I can't alter that this year. I can alter it next year, can't I? My problem will be if the next bags, when we drop those, if the potatoes aren't split and they've had the same level of watering, maybe it's a Nicola issue, you know, maybe the variety of potatoes the issue, maybe it just doesn't like water. I don't know. Okay. There you go, how's that? Right, let's get the scales. Okay, I've moved the scales away from the light that comes into the kitchen, because sometimes it does make the scales harder to see, particularly on the video. I can see them fine, but if there's a reflection coming back off the face of the scales, it does make it difficult. So, I'm not too sure I'll actually get all these potatoes on here, because there are quite a lot, but we'll try. Okay. Let's do it. And don't forget, I expect some comments, please. And I'd like you to tell me if you're 100% convinced now inconsistent watering is causing these potatoes to split, or if, like me, You think it might have something to do with the variety, Nicola, second early, and that rather than make a judgment now, we'll wait until we harvest some more potatoes, varieties that aren't Nicola, and see if they've split. They've all been subjected to the same amount of water. I must have said that 10 times. They've all been subjected to the same amount of water, so if water's the issue and the variety isn't the issue, then some of those potatoes should be split, shouldn't they? But hey, let's not worry about split potatoes, and I'll tell you why, because they all eat, don't they? And look at the quality. That's a good potato, isn't it? Soup boy. Alright. Oh, blimey. I'm having to load these scales up very carefully here, as you can see. And to be honest, just looking at what's still to go on, I think I want to struggle with this. These potatoes are going to shoot off the top of your screen. As I've said, I put the small ones on first, there's some big guys still to come. I'm just trying to make sort of platforms that they'll rest on. The size of this guy here, at that. What was it, 3.5? This will push us over that 3.5. Oh, right on it. Right on it if you can see it. Oh, I'm not going to get it. No, I'm not going to get it. We're going to have to do 2 weigh-ins here, right? Don't move. Molly, stay calm. Right, we'll put this 3.5 in here, and then we'll add to it what goes on these scales, okay? So we're on 3.5. Molly, can you remember that? 3.5. 3.5. So that equals, doesn't it? What we did last time. Let's blimey. I'm going to need something else here. Hold on, I haven't got enough containers more. Let's get another. Another advantage of doing this at home. You can find things that come in handy. Right, we'll pour this in here. Pop that back on there. See them 2 guys there. Let's see if I can leave them in the shot and still get it. Have a look. Well, that doesn't look too bad. No, I'll move them out the way. I'll move them out the way. So we're on 3.5. Let's see what we get here. Oh, that took us up to 4.5, hasn't it? Just a couple of titches more. Ooh. We had 3.5 and there's 1 on there, that's 4.5. That is just short of 5 pound of potatoes. What do you reckon? 3.5 before, and that's just short of 1.5. 3.5, 4.5. That's just short, just shy of 5 pound of potatoes from 3 Nicola. Oh, we're happy with that. Splits or no splits, we are happy with that, aren't we, Mo? Come here, I'm going to find another one for you to celebrate. There you go, sweetheart, you have that. Okay, hey, homegrown veg, signing out. Hello, we're back again, part 2. I couldn't think fast enough. This tray that goes with the scales just wasn't big enough, wouldn't hold them all. But this guy will. Okay, that guy will hold them all. So let's bang them all back on there and see what we've got, shall we? In fact, what I'll do is, to make it easy for myself, because you've seen all these guys up already, we'll just pop them on here. This is a first, I'm not too sure this will balance. But we'll try and make it. Right. Okay. Right, Mo, what did we say it was? Just short of £5. Let's see if we did the maths right and if we can balance this. Yeah, Look at that. Just short of £5, Molly. Right, we definitely are signing out now. Okay. Homegrown Veg, signing out. The second time. Right, Mum, let's get tidied up.